at it, and the artwork is fantastic. Is there a second part to your question?
Yeah, also, you drew me my sea pony OC.
I know. As soon as you said sea pony, it's like, I bet I know who you are. So that was awesome.
Okay.
But yeah, yeah, I guess I don't have an analysis on sea ponies, but I do think they're cool because like I have nothing. I don't get why to be against it. It's like it's a pony and it swims. I think it's pretty awesome to me. Like I'm sure
Paleo would be into, yeah. Paleo, into sea ponies.
What?
Do you like sea ponies?
It kind of seems like you're saying, you know?
Yeah, kind of.
It's like a pony and a dolphin. It's like
If it's a dolphin, let the guy ask his question.
Can you analyze the origins of Discord?
The origins of Discord. I like to think of Discord as just like some kind of pure like there was like chaos as a concept like manifest into being, you know? Like just straight up, I like that kind of thing where it's like just it's sort of like Japanese gods, I guess. If you know anything about Japanese gods, they're usually like some kind of manifestation of like a thing. And it can be anything. It can be like an emotion, it can be like a water bottle. There's literally like a Japanese god of water bottles. There's a Japanese god of absolutely everything. They actually call it, the phrase for their gods is 8 million gods is how they refer to it. So I think Discord would be like that of chaos. What do you think?
I think actually pretty much the same thing. They said he was the spirit of chaos. I figured he's kind of like some kind of a more
Right, they actually use the word spirit, don't
embodiment of chaos.
So yeah, I guess that'll be our answer. You can just pick whoever you want, Paleo. There's like
We trust you.
He's gonna go side to side. So if you're on the side that is speeding right now, you might as well put your hand down until he does that side.
Topic: the educational system of Equestria.
I can actually do this.
Yeah, I can go on for a while about this.
Well, time limit.
No stop.
Okay.
I kind of mentioned this in one of my videos. I don't remember which one. I think it was in response to. It does. It totally does. It's totally nice to me. I think cutie marks are interesting because it definitely shows that like a child in Equestria really focuses on self-discovery. Is that working?
I'm just looking at it.
Okay. But self-identity is a huge thing in equestrian culture, and I think it's kind of probably reflected in seeing the CMC. You're a jerk. How am I supposed to talk with you? Because I'm tired.
To a rainstorm that is also made of fire.
What?
The equestrian school system, in my opinion, is probably pretty basic, and it focuses more on finding your special talent and focusing your time and effort on developing that, as opposed to becoming more generalized as it is in our world, because we don't have butt tattoos, unfortunately. Unfortunately.
Some do.
I'm going to expand on that a bit. Because
Magical butt tattoos.
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about the ponyverse, and a lot of people bring this up, they're always saying things like, well, what happens if a pony has a special talent and they get their cutie mark and then they decide that they want to do something else? And the way I see it, that's just not how Equestria works. They just get their cutie mark and that just happens to be what they like to do. It's just not our world. And the way I think the school system works in Equestria is that there's, yeah, like he said, a strong focus on finding that special talent. Everything that they do early in life is all just like searching. Then when they find it, they go boom, and then they like leave school and just practice their talent forever. Like the school is just basic education, like, you know, things you need to know to fit in with the world. And then after that, it's like, yeah, you know, you realize you want to work on the farm, and then you just boom, you go work on the farm forever. And that's why I think the main kids are all 15, because it makes perfect sense for them to be teenagers if they all left school at like 10 and have just been practicing their special talents till now. That's why Barry has a job. This was the subject of my main 6 ages video. I remember the video I did.
Good job wasting everyone's time, just stuff they've probably already seen.
This afternoon. This side of the room.
Do you think there's a portal to Canterlot High? There's a portal from Equestria to the real world?
To our world?
Yes.
So you also agree that Canterlot High is not the real world?
I agree that it is, because there is a portal to Canterlot High. That means that there's a portal to the real world.
See, the way I see it, I think that Canterlot High is not part of the real world, because the people there aren't humans. They are colorful and like different kind of colorful. They're like, so they're technicolor. They're technicolor people. And you know, in that movie, they never say Earth. They never say human. They just they use like all these really the words they use don't indicate that it's Earth or our world. So I think it's not our world. I think it's some kind of weird world that is just a school. Like that is the whole world. Is that school.
What about Big Mac? He doesn't have his normal fur color.
Yeah, that's weird, and I don't know why. I think it's mostly because the way that he would have looked if they had his exact color in the human form would have, like, the features would have been darker on his face, and it just wouldn't have looked good from an animation standpoint, and so they probably lightened it. I know I said I wouldn't explain anything as, oh, it was because they had to make the show this way, but that's probably what it was.
Yeah, I would just go if they just wanted it to look more candy colored, so that's just what they did. I think it's probably our world, quote unquote.
So you would say that there is a portal to our world from Equestria.
Yeah.
But we will never find it. We won't get to go there.
It's like the Stargate or something.
Alright.
Everyone start checking statues by schools. There's enough of them.
Everyone, real quick, rate this panel so far. I
would like to start
10 out of
off by
10.
saying that I'm the guy who always hits on them.
Hold on. Everyone's rating the panel, but you guys need to be quiet. That's need to
I
talk.
want to start this off by saying that I'm the guy on Tumblr who always hits on you, and you never respond.
Oh my god.
He's taken.
He's in real life. This guy literally has a folder called Digi Pickup Lines. And he sends me pickup lines on Tumblr all day, and I don't respond to any of them, but he keeps going, he doesn't care. He even told me, I don't care, I'm gonna keep sitting with you. Some of them are clever, and some of them are awful.
Alright, so I wanted to pick the worst thing for you to possibly analyze, and I think I got it. What about the Smurfs too? How do you feel about that?
I haven't seen the Smurfs 2 or the Smurfs 1, and I really don't want to because they look really ugly and I can't deal with it. So, I have no opinion on the Smurfs. Also, we're trying to keep it pony related. Anyway, other side of the room, you wasted your question. Because I know he hasn't seen Smurfs 2 either, so I'm sure he doesn't care.
I want to hear one of those lines.
Okay, now this is going to be really serious, but can you talk about the reclamation and the institutionalization of pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows?
So is what they're asking, like, can I explain why it's, like, gotten so popular and huge? Because that's... Oh, what it is and what we... Do you have an opinion on pink fluffy unicorns?
Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Flufflepuff video. Okay. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
That's the analysis.
It is. That's all you need to know. But if you have to go further, I would say it's probably some secret experiment by unicorns to try and find a way to imitate the natural abilities of the Pegasi to manipulate weather events, so they can eventually incite an insurrection to overthrow the Pegasus monopoly on weather control.
But Flufflepuff is not even a unicorn. She's tied up.
She has a whole...
Flufflepuff is beyond logic, beyond comprehension, beyond anything that we could ever hope to understand. And to say otherwise is an exercise in ignorance.
Smackdown!
I just want to say I was into Flufflepuff before it was cool. I subbed Fluffy Mixer when he had like 20K subs, and now he's got like 1 million.
I subbed you when you had 200.
Really? Oh yeah, that's true. Paleo sub was like my 10th sub ever, so he's even like more indie cred than you are on that.
Oh, Paleo's just Paleo. I mean, I don't have to describe that.
But yeah, I actually do want to tell a little about Fluffy Pony just because I think it's like, the comedic timing of it is just unbelievable. Like you watch it and it's like there's no dialogue and it's just all these like really fast things happening and it's like, what is going on? But it's so perfect and I love all the videos and I've watched them countless times and Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
Didn't make it 20 minutes. I asked you before we started, how long is it before I break down the song? Didn't even make it to the 20-minute mark.
Nekusuto question.
What?
Nekusuto.
I know what you said.
What language is that?
That's English.
Please, I do love a good jingle.
Have you read Crystal Heart Spell, and can you give an analysis of it?
You read it, right?
I did read it. I own it. I bought it like the day it came out. Under false pretenses.
Would you
I might
recommend
add. I thought it was going to be about cadence. I was lied to.
Yeah, the thing about the Crystal Heart spell, and it's like we read this description that like tells you this like backstory of Cadence and how she became an alicorn, because it turned out she was like spoilers for the book. She was originally a Pegasus, and she became an alicorn through like some magic thing. And there's like a paragraph describing it on like some wiki that talks about the book. And so we were like, oh cool, this book's like gonna be about the story of Cadence. And you actually read the book, and it's like that paragraph in the book. It's actually just about Twilight like wanting to know how to be a better princess or whatever, and she's just like going around asking people about it.
And Trixie hangs out with Gilda, and I was just like,
Really?
Okay, time to read
That
that.
was like my big point of contention, because obviously I like Trixie, and I was like, no. No. No.
Yeah, so that book's a bit of a disappointment. I guess we're on this side of the room now? No, we're on this side.
Paleo.
How about you guys like choose a hand and I'll go to it?
Oh, yeah, way to go. Give it to Victor, he can do this, he can... I don't want to do it. You wanted to earlier. Whatever. Just, okay, that guy who's like really, like his hand's above everyone else's, and therefore he's like the most standout.
What?
I'm what?
I can see everybody.
The guy with the glasses.
Whoa, he's here?
Not that guy with the glasses.
Anyway,
I was going to say, you just got upstage, dude. Like Bagley.
so written analysis versus making videos.
What, exactly?
Like written analysis versus making videos. Do you feel one superior? Do you feel you can make with either or?